women are, all of them, the veritable images of Shakti. Never get into your head that your faith alone is true and every other is false. Know for certain that God without form is real and that God with form is also real. Then hold fast to whichever faith appeals to you. Knowledge leads to unity, but ignorance to diversity. Lovers of God do not belong to any caste. Through selfless work, love of God grows in the heart. Then, through His grace, one realizes Him in course of time. God can be seen, one can talk to Him, as I am talking to you. Many are the names of God, and infinite the forms that lead us to know Him. In whatsoever name or form you desire to call Him, in that very form and name you will see Him. Rainwater never stands on high ground, but runs down to the lowest level. So also the mercy of God remains in the hearts of the lowly, but drains off from those of the vain and the proud. As you pray to God for devotion, so also pray that you may not find fault with anyone. Men are like pillowcases. The color of one may be red, that of another blue, and that of the third black, but all contain the same cotton within. So it is with man, one is beautiful, another is ugly, but the divine being dwells in them all. It is the mind that makes one wise or ignorant, bound or emancipated. It is easy to talk on religion, but difficult to practice it. The supreme purpose and goal for human life is to cultivate love. When the flower blooms, the bees come uninvited. Spirituality automatically leads to humility. When a flower develops into a fruit, the petals drop off on its own. When one becomes spiritual, the ego vanishes gradually on its own. A tree laden with fruits always bends low. Humility is a sign of gray. A boat may stay in water, but water should not stay in boat. A spiritual aspirant may live in the world, but the world should not live within him. The sun can give heat and light to the whole world, but he cannot do so when the clouds shut out his rays. Similarly, as long as egotism veils the heart, God cannot shine upon it. If you meditate on your ideal, you will acquire its nature. If you think of God day and night, you will acquire the nature of God. The winds of grace are always blowing, but you have to raise the sail. Sugar and sand may be mixed together, but the ant rejects the sand and goes off with the sugar grain, so pious men lift the good from the bad. By the mind one is bound, by the mind one is freed. He who asserts with strong conviction, I am not bound, I am free, becomes free. You should not feel that your path is the only right path and that other paths are wrong. You mustn't bear malice toward others. An ocean of bliss may rain down from the heavens, but if you hold up only a thimble, that is all you receive. The ego is like the root of a banyan tree. You think you have removed it all, then one fine morning you see a sprout flourishing again. Once a person has faith, he has achieved everything. All religions are true. God can be reached by different religions. Many rivers flow by many ways, but they fall into the sea. They all are one. So many religions, so many paths to reach the one and the same goal. At a certain stage in the path of devotion, the devotee finds satisfaction in God with form, and at another stage, in God without it. If a man prays to thee with a yearning heart, he can reach thee, through thy grace, by any path. God is in all men, but all men are not in God, that is why we suffer. Brahman is beyond mind and speech, beyond concentration and meditation, beyond the knower, the known and knowledge, beyond even the conception of the real and unreal. In short, it is beyond all relativity. It is on account of the ego that one is not able to see God. In front of the door of God's mansion lies the stump of ego. One cannot enter the mansion without jumping over the stump. Great men have the nature of a child. If you must be mad, be it not for the things of the world. Be mad with the love of God.